Welcome to the Icehouse podcast. I am Bryar Stewart, the community manager at the Icehouse, and today is an in-person conversation, sitting on the couch, having a chat with Priya, our marketing. Oh, what is your title?
Junior marketing specialist.
Marketing specialist. And just have a chat about her experience, about a year and a half into the role and being on team. And also just a bit of a deep dive into what marketing at the Icehouse looks like and just marketing trends in general. So welcome, Priya. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bryar. Excited to be here.
Nice. It's going to be good. I like to sort of start with some quick fire, just warm us up. So our classic first question, favourite place in the world?
Definitely home.
Nice. Home, like your actual house?
Yes,
or
my
New
actual
Zealand?
house. Around my family, I guess for me, people is home. So I love to be around my family and my partner. So
Cool.
Yeah, home. Home is where people are.
That's such a great answer. I love that. Coffee order?
You already know this. Hot chocolate. I love hot chocolates. I love making them.
Hot chocolate is not a coffee, just a disclaimer, but your coffee order is a one shot, lots of milk.
Yeah, and sugar.
And sugar, so I don't know if that counts either, so no. Book or podcast that you recommend?
Definitely the Icehouse podcast.
Oh, you would. So good. Any others?
Honestly, I haven't really been listening to podcasts. Like, I'd love to get into them, but just hasn't really been. I've got like a few saved, like a few different they called like channels saved on my Spotify, but I haven't really had a chance to get into them yet.
Yeah.
But hopefully this year.
Cool. Sounds good. What did you want to be when you grew up?
This is so random. A chiropractor. Like, I'm in marketing. How did I want to be a chiropractor?
Wow.
So random, eh?
Did you have a moment where you were like, okay, no longer am I going to be a chiro?
When I did science in high school.
Okay, nice. Good.
It was like, not for me.
You're like, I'm out. That's so funny. When are you most relaxed?
Probably when I have everything ticked off my to-do list and I can finally put my feet up. Not right at the end of the day, but like 6 p.m. and I'm chilling out and I know I can have an early night. That's when I feel the most relaxed.
Blob hour, right?
Yeah.
You have nothing on that night, you just blob.
So good.
I love that. Room with 5 people or 100 people?
This was a hard one. I thought 5 because I love hanging out with my close friends and just chilling out, but then I think not always. I also love to just be around heaps of people at an event, so I guess a bit of both, but if I had to choose 5 people.
Cool. Yeah, great answer. Morning or night person?
Again, bit of both. That was a hard one. Some days morning, some days night. I guess it depends, really. It's a tough one.
No, fair. I think I'm in that boat too. Okay, so that was some great answers. Well done. Nailed it. I'd love to ask this question. Tell us just a bit about yourself. Who is Priya?
So, I grew up in Auckland, so I'm an Auckland girl, lived here my whole life, grew up here, went to school here, went to primary in South Auckland, intermediate Remuera, and high school in Parnell, and straight to uni out of high school, and I studied Bachelor of Commerce. Now, I didn't actually know what I wanted to major in, so I actually had accounting, and I wasn't really sure about my second major, so I think I just put something in there. But I thought I was going to study accounting because I'd done it in high school from about year 11 up to year 13. Went into uni, was expecting literally to come out as an accountant. First year in, did the prerequisites. Didn't really do as well as I would have liked to, was just kind of cruising through it, getting just over a pass, which I didn't really think was okay. And then in my second year of uni, I changed to marketing.
Yeah.
That was like, okay, this is really cool.
Awesome.
And I loved it. And and then I also picked up management, which I really loved doing, which I kind of really enjoyed the culture side of things. So then, I finished uni with a degree in a Bachelor of Commerce majoring in marketing and management. And then
cool.
Towards the end of my study, I was looking for some part-time work, and then found the Icehouse. So following uni, I started working part-time here. And then outside of work, I love playing hockey. I love to bake. During uni, I actually had a bit of a side hustle making bespoke cakes. You've seen my Instagram.
Yeah, I do.
So yeah, I love to play hockey, love to spend time with my friends and family, and love to eat.
Yeah.
Foodie.
Oh yeah.
Love to cook, love to eat, love to watch cooking. Yeah.
Cool.
That's me.
That's such a great answer, Priya. Like seriously, it really is. But I remember when you applied for the role, and we had like sort of just a casual interview and that sort of thing. We were all really drawn to the fact that you had a side hustle through or a side gig through university, that you were doing your cake thing, and obviously this is a place for business owners and entrepreneurs, so we were like, this is a really cool fit that during uni, which can be stressful and lots on you, also was doing something creative and making a bit of side money, and it was quite cool to bring those two worlds together. So look at that, eh? Look how it works. So you kind of answered as well when you started at the Icehouse. Yeah, when did you start at the Icehouse?
January 2020.
Yeah, nice.
2020? 2021.
Yeah, totally.
All those years are a bit of a blur.
Yeah.
The pandemic.
So true. So about a year and a half into the role now. What's something you'd tell yourself at the start of your career journey, if you could go back?
To probably believe in myself a little bit more, I think. Definitely had a bit of imposter syndrome. Didn't really believe that I was capable of doing a lot. I think I just need to tell myself that yes, you can do it. You can be at a really cool job like the Icehouse, doing really cool things. I think just to believe in myself.
Yeah, that's a great answer. Yeah, totally. And honestly, just seeing how far you've come, because we work so closely together. You did start a couple of days in the office, now you're full-time, which is amazing. But yeah, just the confidence and probably the learnings, just fast learnings, but you've just taken it with both hands and run with it. It's been so cool to see. Why don't you tell us about your role at the Icehouse and what you do?
Cool. So I am the junior marketing specialist, and in a nutshell, I look after our social media platforms. So we're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. So I look after our content on there. I implement content to our website, such as our Kiwi business stories and our blogs. And I also look after the front end of the website. And I also drive our email direct marketing.
It's a lot. It really is, but it's awesome. What's been the biggest changes that you've made to social media in the last year? We can have a conversation about what this has looked like.
Probably the frequency of posting, and I think particularly on Instagram, because Instagram is a little bit different in the way it doesn't accept links, so links aren't clickable on Instagram, so it was a little bit hard for us to post Kiwi business stories and podcasts, because with Kiwi business stories, they're quite long, and so you have to read them on our website. So we couldn't put them on Instagram the same way we did on other platforms, and the same with podcasts, because they're over 30 minutes usually to an hour. So we couldn't put them on Instagram. And so I think when I came on full time, I remember we had a chat to how we could actually put those on Instagram as well, because they were just so valuable and just so interesting for our community to read. And so I think the biggest change has been pushing our Kiwi business stories and podcasts onto Instagram, so that our followers on that platform can also access and view that content. So I think that's probably the biggest change. And
definitely the frequency is major.
Yeah, the frequency, I think.
Yeah, just making sure that it's not something done in a spur of motivation, but it's actually something that has a strategy behind it. Why don't you talk a little bit about this next question too. What impact do you think that has made on how the Icehouse communicate with our alumni and the wider community?
Yeah, it's definitely given us more of an opportunity to engage with our alumni. And I guess what this looks like is our alumni actually sharing the content that we post. So For example, if we've done a Kiwi business story or podcast about them, then they've actually shared it to their own account, or they've commented on it, and it's just really cool to see them actually say really cool stuff about their experience, and how they've just enjoyed the program or whatever interaction they've had with the Icehouse. So it's been cool to actually be able to hear that and then also take that back to our team and share that with them, because it's really what's the word?
Motivating, like inspiring.
Yeah. It's a really good feeling. It's a really good feeling, yeah.
Yeah, that's been key actually. Like, Priya will send an email to the team if, maybe a few things happen on LinkedIn or socials and going, hey guys, check this out. And it just gives everyone a boost day. It's like, this work has impact, and to be able to hear true stories coming from their accounts, their mouths around their experience has been so valuable. Yeah. And then also from a community perspective, like having, I know that you come to work, you jump on socials, you check who's commented in the last, how many hours, and reply back, and you're giving the Icehouse a frequent voice. And I think that that's so important from a community perspective, because social media is a massive community building tool, and now you're activating that frequently, which is like gold. So I know I appreciate what you do a lot, right? So does everyone else, but it is gold. Like, there's not a lot of power in someone posting something and then like 2 weeks later, the Icehouse going, thank you, it's awesome. But to have it that next day just brings that sense of community and makes that alumni or that person feel like they're part of something. Yeah. And I think that's important. So that's cool. Nice. Favourite element of your role?
So, two things.
Yeah.
I love the opportunity to work flexibly. So with my work, I can do it at home, in the office. And also I love that we're in a co-working space, so we get to meet different people. At the start, I was a little bit shy and kind of kept to myself and didn't really chat to anyone, but I think as I've gotten a bit more comfortable, it's been really cool to genuinely be able to say that I've got like heaps of mates in this office now. And I guess just meeting people, meeting co-working tenants, alumni. I think, that's probably one of the favourite elements of my role.
Cool, that's awesome. Yeah, you can probably hear the co-working space in full coffee mode at 9:20 on Wednesday. What about your social, like from the social media side? Do you prefer EDMs? Do you prefer social, taking photos? Like, is there anything that you're like, oh, this is fun?
I have really enjoyed the website side of things, and definitely don't have everything, like not at the place where I want to be yet. Still really learning, so I'm really excited to continue learning. I think it's been really cool with Trent, who's our expert, and it's been really cool to actually work alongside him and him teaching me all that stuff. So really enjoyed that. I do love EDM and social media, but I think I am quite intrigued by what there is to learn in the world of website development. I love socials. I think it's cool to be able to like create this feed which kind of just tells the Icehouse story. So I think I like being able to tell a story through social media. So I guess that is one of my favourite elements, particularly on Instagram, where it's like you can see the whole feed at once, and so it like you look at it and that's when you know what the Icehouse is. So that's quite cool. Yeah,
so true. And what I hear from that is that you love like learning, and you love something that you're gonna be able to add to your skill set of, like websites, because social media, Instagram especially, comes pretty natural to people, Gen Z. Comes really natural. You've grown up in it really, and so there's a few strategy things, there's a few branding things you can do, but really it's pretty natural, because then you go home and probably do a post, on your personal, but website is a whole nother world, so it's cool to hear that you're enjoying like that learning process. And how good's the team, eh? Like
too good.
You can make mistakes, it's okay.
Exactly.
nothing's too serious that's going to end the world. Yeah.
Which is awesome. Yeah, I think that's also one of my favourite parts is it's a safe learning space.
Yeah.
Like, it's a learning space, but it's safe, which is what makes it so good.
Yeah.
And there is the opportunity to just try different things without actually being scared that, if something goes wrong, it's going to be chaos. Yeah.
Just give it a go, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, it's major. That's cool. What has been a bit of a challenge in the role and or maybe settling into your career?
I think settling into the career, like, it was okay. Like, generally I'm a little bit, like, it takes me a while to settle into, like, a change in environment or just a transition in life. But I think this was good. Coming into the Icehouse, I didn't really have any challenges. But the role in particular, all the acronyms for the program, OMP, TYBF, LDP,
so true.
OOP, I'm like, what is going on? And when I started, Michael was like, it's going to take you like 6 months to get everything. I was like, 6 months, holy.
Yeah.
But having been here for like a year and almost a half now, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm using those acronyms on the daily.
Totally. Totally.
Yeah.
We have, as you know, Sequoia, like an intern that's starting. And only yesterday she was like, so what's OMP? And I was like, buckle in, girl.
I know. It took me right back to the start and I was like, oh, you're going to be okay.
Yeah,
you're going to be okay.
Totally, right?
Yeah.
I feel like every business has their own acronyms, but there's just a lot for our programs. So that's a good one. What would you tell a university student? We're talking about our intern and she's awesome and a cool opportunity to do, a stint with us. But what would you tell a university student wondering what they should do post-uni or maybe nervous about the unknown?
Yeah. I'd say do what makes you happy and it's okay if you don't know what you're going to do after uni because honestly, a lot of people are in that same boat. So it's okay. Do what makes you happy and if you're not sure what to do, just go try stuff because I think experimenting is the best way to just figure out what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? You find something you like, you love it and you dive deeper into it.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, you're not stuck there forever.
Yeah.
You can leave and go try the next thing and you didn't like that, so you don't have to do it again.
Totally, you don't know until you try it.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
so I think,
great advice.
I think don't panic, just do what makes you happy and just go with the flow.
That's such good advice, I agree. Cool. What excites you about the future of your role and your work at the Icehouse?
Learning, like we mentioned before, I'm really excited to keep learning. I think Michael and Trent have been really good in helping me with my eagerness to dive deeper into website development. So I'm really excited about that and just learning more and being a bit more of an expert in that area. And I guess at the Icehouse, meeting and hearing stories from our alumni, because it's just really inspiring and just a great feeling to hear, their success stories.
It is, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Nice. I think that's a great answer. Working at the Icehouse, do you have an aspiration to start your own business one day, or is it the opposite? Is it like oh gosh, no?
Yes, I think yes.
Yeah.
I think it would be really fulfilling and a really proud thing to say I could do that. I'd love to one day. Definitely not yet.
Yeah.
I'm actually really loving working at the Icehouse and just being a part of a big team and definitely in the future. Really keen. Not yet. Don't really know what that looks like. So I think it's definitely not in the near future. But I think I'd love to. I think I'd love the flexibility that being my own boss would bring. And I just think it'd be quite rewarding being able to build something myself.
Oh, 100%. So true. It's kind of hard not to catch the bug, being in this environment and just being like, okay, I've heard so many inspiring stories and you also get a good taste because you hear hard stories, you hear stories of people that, especially the last couple of years that just require so much resilience and grit to just get up each day and lead teams, and and you hear both sides, but if you've got it in you, it's pretty hard not to catch the bug at some point in your career and your life journey, But Priya, I love working with you, you know that. Thanks so much for sharing what you do at the Icehouse, your role, and what social media looks like at the Icehouse. And I think what I love about our team is that we, Michael, the marketing manager, is a legend, and he's always thinking ahead at, how can we adjust the strategy, how can we go along with the themes and trends, and also lead the way in certain areas. And I feel like it's cool to be part of that team because we've got a strategy in place, it's working, and we adjust it, when it needs to be to make sure it's as efficient as possible and impacting and building that community. So it's exciting days. I'm looking forward to continuing working with you, and thanks for being on the podcast.
Thanks, Bryar. It was
No
great.
worries.
Great chat.